Hello my friends and welcome back to another The King is Watching Threat 10 guide. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're playing King Leo the Wise, who when this game launched was incredibly powerful and then was nerfed into the ground and then rebuffed. I've seen a lot of people saying that the nerfs still went too far, and even after being rebuffed, this character is still impossible to win with, and since that's not true, I'm going to show you how to do it. King Leo is all about sacrificing blueprints in order to gain morale, which gives you extra damage and productivity speed. So you get lots of resources and a decent amount of unit damage. And in order to do that, our advisor choice is going to give us as many blueprints as possible. So we're using the four I suggest you always use. Ember, Wise Guy, Mushroom King, and Flunky are just too powerful to leave at home. Tons of economy and early power. And then for Leo specifically, we're using Automaton for 10 more blueprints to sacrifice, and Jester to give us advanced resources without having to buy advanced production buildings. So we'll be jumping in with all of those. Let's take a look at our start here. So this is a slightly easier start than the Hermit Alchemist's one in general, I think. And then I'm not super happy with any of these, but I'm going to take the 200 water and 120 grapes. That means that we never have to produce grapes and can still get the gaze size upgrade if we hit that event. And the starting water just gives us some extra resources to start with. Put our production in the right area, and then we have a couple buttons to hit. We're going to hit Blueprint Sacrifice immediately and sacrifice the Magic School, and I'll do the draft as well. It'll be a while before we can upgrade our abilities, so might as well get the free Peasant. Not that impactful, but it's usually going to be free here. Then let's take our spells. Landmine is the best by far. This lets us take really greedy opening waves, and then we'll take Chain Lightning and Roots, and here I could take water, wheat, or wood. Wheat is going to be the hardest to come by, so we'll pick that up. We're looking for a higher tier resource, metal or flour. Unfortunately, we missed, but we're okay missing a couple times. We obviously want those to sell at our market. So let's go ahead and sack another peasant's hut here. Again, we missed, but I'll take just some more wheat, and then we don't have to worry as much about that. Put down some production buildings. Keep on waiting a bit, and then we'll put down the market and start selling this wheat. We would really hope to be able to sell flour or metal at this point, but we've missed a couple times, so let's see if we hit here. Missed again, but I'll just take some gold. So a little unlucky of a start, but we should still be okay. Take this first fight here, of course, and we get that. We get our Denari and our barracks. I would keep archers or assassins, probably. Slingers are okay, but anything else we're just going to sell. So I'm just going to take the bone pit, and we'll just sell that for our building upgrade there. I'm going to take the crystal mine here. We obviously want crystals for our Mushroom King ability, so we need to have those ready to go. I'm going to try to get as many things that give us resources, in case we can sell them, or barracks or production buildings, because we can always sacrifice blueprints. We have a meteor, so let's go with a pretty greedy, or we have a landmine, so let's go with a pretty greedy starting setup. I'm going to go with the bandit and crossbowman, and we can get an upgrade here. And what else do I want? I guess I want a barracks, so we'll take bandits and swordsmen. And then I've got roots and a chain lightning, so we can take pretty greedy opening waves here. So we'll do this, and we'll spend some spells on that. And then I think I would rather do the swordsman here, and we'll put the wallbusters here. The wallbusters are probably going to hit the wall, but we don't care about that. Here, I'm just going to take the 100 wood, and that lets us hit refinement, and then we can immediately sacrifice this bone pit and get a higher level upgrade. I'll take some wine. Obviously, with this character being so heavily morale-based, we want as much wine as we can get. Which we can easily source from the YouTube comments. And then let's keep on sacrificing. I'm going to take 50 crystals here. This way I don't have to build the crystal mine in order to use the Mushroom King ability. And I will use that right away. Do a draft here, and we get a swordsman. And then here, I let these guys spread out a little more than I intended to, so I'm going to use the Chain Lightning to hit all of them. And because I got the Mushroom King ability, I think I can actually save my other spells. And we'll take some metal. We can finally start selling a higher tier resource and actually get our market going properly. Here, I'm going to take a big well for when I want water. This is obviously the way to get it. And for our building upgrade, we're going to take each active market provides 5 morale, because that's just a 2.5% or a 1.25% production upgrade. And then we'll take the assassins here. And then I need to move my gaze and then move it back in order for the game to recognize that we got that morale upgrade. Here, I've got 210 wood, so I'm just going to put down 2 wheat fields so we can get a refinement upgrade as quickly as possible. I also really want a gaze upgrade soon, and we need wheat for that as well. Because we're so close, I'm going to wait on the blueprint sacrifice until we've upgraded our refinement again. And then let's do that. Immediately do our blueprint sacrifice. And what have we got? We've got flour, which we can sell, which is perfect. Here, I've got 3 mushrooms. I'm going to spend the stun, I think, just to make sure that we can keep 2 of our mushrooms alive anyways. Alright, it looks like, unfortunately, those were a little stronger than I was considering, so we just had to spend a second spell there. That's okay. Slight miscalculation, but easy to recover from. Gonna take another Assassin's Temple, and we'll hang on to those for a bit. I'll take a Clay Mine as well, because that'll let me get the higher tier Gaze upgrade. Then we can actually do our Gaze upgrade. Sacrifice a blueprint here, and we'll sacrifice this tree and get just some more crystals. With more crystals, I can probably sacrifice the crystal mine soon, though I'll hang on to it for a bit. These enemies coming in, we're going to... Unfortunately, because I messed up so badly, I think I might have to use a spell here, but it looks like the pumpkin guy is going to reach the goblin swordsman before they hit my musketeers. As long as I don't lose a musketeer, we're fine. I just need to ensure that that doesn't happen. So yeah, so we got to use our summon and get that going. Then we'll put down a tile upgrade there and sacrifice a blueprint again and pick up more flour to sell. I'm actually getting to the point where I can maybe start getting the next tier of refinement, but I want gold first because I really need to upgrade my gaze again. Then we'll get a tree going and more wheat. Doesn't matter if those hit the base. Here, I could lean into assassins right away and start getting assassin temple upgrades. I could also get the Wheel of Fortune upgrade. We obviously are going to want this before we start placing the Wheels of Fortune. But given that we're a little weak because I lost a few units early, I might want to take the assassin upgrade first. So let's grab the HP upgrade. And then here, I'm putting down the clay mine for the gaze upgrade as well. Sacrifice another blueprint. And we'll take more flour. Mushroom King. I'm going to wait until the units have spawned, and then I'll use the Mushroom King ability. We do have a crystal mine, so I don't need to save crystals, really. Get this gaze upgrade going. And here we go. So, our trader has Assassin Temple upgrades, which we definitely want. Do I need anything else here? These artifacts are okay, but they're not amazing, so we can probably just pass on those. So I think I'm just getting both assassin upgrades, and we'll take the metal here as well. Obviously a high tier resource to sell. And then we should be fine for our next fight. But I want to get the assassins out before we have to prophecy another fight to maximize our damage output. Let's go ahead and sacrifice another blueprint here. And we'll take, what do I need? I guess just some wood. Put down a tile enchanter. And I'm going to put down the big well because I need more water. Because I want a research table, which will get us iron, which will get us an assassin's temple. So it all comes together in the end. And we're going to need more wheat for that as well. Do a draft here, and we'll sacrifice another blueprint and pick up some more flour. So I'm a little short of a research table, so let's just put down a normal well, because I do want the research table on the field next. Make sure that's actively working, of course. Let the wallbusters hit the castle, that's totally fine. I would like another assassin's temple, but an archery is also okay. But I think I'm just going to sell whatever this is. We have 2 levy barracks already, and we're kind of leaning into the assassin build anyways. And then let's make sure we've got crystals, fireworks. Extra wheat is really good. We'll take a basic production building here. And then I've got 1 landmines. I should be able to build an assassin's temple before the first wave. But let's see what we've got coming. So we'll take 45 of a resource. I probably want a spell, and I'm going to avoid fighting this double pig wave because that's going to be too hard to beat. So we'll spend a spell on the first wave, and we'll do just everything that can be killed by 1 landmine in the first wave here. Second wave, we get a spell, and actually, let's do it like this, because the landmine will kill all those goblins. Here, I'm going to take the levy barracks because we're doing an assassin's temple strategy, and then we should be able to use this spell to clear the rest of this, so we'll set this up like this. Here we're just taking a sawmill, just any buildings we get are good. Sacrifice this Whitman's house, and I'm going to take the ore, because that'll let me build an assassin's temple right away. And let's just go ahead and put that down for now. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that, because I put it in a place where I'm going to have to move it as soon as I upgrade my gaze, so might cost me some very small amounts of unit production later on, but I'll just move it now, just to get it out of the way. Also going to upgrade my unit limit, and we'll sacrifice another building here. That building is going to be this basic production, which I'm probably never going to use. And we'll take more flour. At this point, I'm going to let my flour tick down to 100 and then stop selling it. Okay, very bad positioning of the spell there. Didn't manage to get the 3rd landmine to go off, but we should still win the fight just fine. And I guess we'll have this landmine for the next fight, not that that will matter that much. Take our resource, and we're going to take wine. Definitely always need to make sure you have wine on this character, because it gives you morale. Take a basic production building, and we'll pick up just some more wheat and a veteran barrack. Anything here that I really want? Badgers we can probably use eventually, so I'll take the badger barracks. And we already have a crystal mine, right? So let's take a tree. Go ahead and use our mushroom guys and sacrifice another blueprint here. It's going to be a tree. We'll take metal, and then I can upgrade refinement, and then I can just keep selling all my top tier resources. So here, I'm going to put out the Wheel of Fortune. I really wanted to have these upgraded by now, but we just didn't get offered building upgrades for them, and I needed to take the market upgrade first. And then, what do I want here? I need more iron. I could build a research table. I could build a Wheel of Fortune. I think I'm just going to go with a tree, though. We're going to need more wood. Summon a unit, and we get a higher tier unit. We get one of the mushrooms here. And let's pick up 70 gold, put down a wheat building. Looking for gold mines and iron mines as well. So the landmine gets wasted there. We were always going to win this fight anyways, but that's okay. And hopefully we get a spell that makes the next wave easy, though I think we win it anyways. Meteorite should just guarantee that, though. We'll take a gold mine. for sure, because that'll let me hit the gaze upgrade faster. And I'll keep sacrificing my trees, because we have this sawmill. Take some metal to sell. I'm not going to stockpile these resources yet, because I need to at least get my gaze up to level 3 here. And more gold. Keep sacrificing trees. Take more wine or more gold. I think we're running low enough on wine that just for safety I'm going to pick that in case we don't get offered wine for a while. Should have done that right away at the start of the wave. Obviously, we'd have hit these guys as well. So, again, slightly bad spell placement, but that's okay. Doesn't matter if these hit the base, they're not going to kill it. Alright, we finally got an iron mine, so I'll be able to get another assassin up. I'm not going to reroll. I'm not spending denarii on rerolls also. We'll get enough assassin temples, and assassins aren't going to be our major strategy for this character. It's just a nice sort of mid-game plan. Let's get this iron mine out so we can start doing that, though. What do I sacrifice? I can sack the slinger tree, and we'll take 70 more metal to sell. And let's get a gold mine on the field as well. Take more wine here. Use the Mushroom King, and I'm going to sacrifice one more wheat field also. We've got 720, so I don't need wheat for a while. And I'll just take some crystals there. Keep on stacking morale as much as you can. Here, I'm going to take another gold mine. I don't think I need to... Yeah, I don't need to spend a spell on this at all. I will put down the Assassin's Temple here, and I'll just put a well down as well. Temporary Crossbowman is a pretty nice one. No Assassin's Temples here, which would have been useful, of course. Let's see, 1,000 water also stops us from needing water ever again, basically, but I'm just going to take the 7 morale. Also, our upgrades did not include a Wheel of Fortune upgrade. Very unfortunate. But, of course, I made that less likely, because I have the sawmill and I have the badger camp hanging out, so those are adding to the upgrade pool. So I have made it less likely that I get the upgrades that I want by doing that. I will just take the badger health upgrade, though. Why is it not producing an assassin here? Oh, because I'm out of iron. There we go. I don't have any blueprints that I really want to sacrifice at this point. I am going to have to spend, I think, a Chain Lightning here to make this a fight with fewer casualties. I don't want to risk losing one of my musketeers, because they're hard to replace. Take a wheat field here and establish production. I'm just going to sacrifice whatever that is, and we'll take a poison puddle artifact. Let's take the indescribable figurine, just make my units a little bit tougher. And then here, I'm going to go with... Oh, 3 giants is kind of a tough starting wave, but I think we can do that, and we'll take the... I've got a poison puddle, so the slimes will be fine. We can take them out as well. And then let's go with another spell here. So we can use a spell on this one. And then for our second wave, we'll take a basic production building and another one. And then we should be tough enough with 3 temples that we can fight this as well. I'm going to gamble here, I think. 50% of 2 building upgrades is really powerful, but 7 morale is also really good for Leo. But I think 50% of 2 building upgrades is really nice, because the Wheel of Fortune upgrade is really important. And the other upgrade's not so important, but still useful. I'll take the Badger Camp upgrade here. We've got our assassins going, so let's get back on our production tile. And sack one of these wheat fields and take some flour. Start selling that. Oh, and I can do a gaze upgrade. Perfect. The badgers cost a bunch of wood, but I can put those down for now, and still short on the Assassin's Temple. At this point, I can probably stop, because I still have a spare gold mine, so I can probably stop selling high tier resources and stockpile for the last upgrade pretty soon. Our assassins have double temple upgrades, and we've got the druids there as well, so we should still win this fight, even though it's a little closer than I'd like. Here, we'll take more flour, a kingdom infrastructure. We'll definitely take the monument. We can use that almost certainly, and we'll take the roots here for our next combat. Make sure that I've got some wells going, because we always need water. Anything that I can sacrifice? Yes, this crystal mine we can sack for sure. We'll take some flour here. And I'll pick up more ore, because I really want to get my temple upgraded as well, or placed. Do I want to stop selling flour and start stockpiling for refinement? It's going to be a while before we can hit the broader gaze upgrade, so I think I will do that. I'll start selling wheat for now. We're going to use this tile, by the way, for our monument, because that'll get us this tile, and this one's not upgraded, so we're not sacrificing an upgraded tile for it. And then here, time to put down the second Wheel of Fortune and get those going. Take a wheat field, and I need to do this, and I need an iron mine. Got to get this sawmill out as well. I think we can not spend spells on this fight. Got another Assassin's Temple going, so we'll just put that here for now. Try to summon another assassin. And I need more iron. And we need probably just more wood. Here, I'm going to take more ore, and then I'm going to move the market, I think, because I don't really need to be selling all this wheat anymore. We can just use this tile for a gold mine. And we've got a research table, so we'll get more gold mines, and we'll take another here, and we'll take some more wood. A blueprint sacrifice, I could sack this tree, because we have a sawmill, so let's just do that. We'll take the flour. And then we'll pick up another unit here. And I'm going to use the poison to clear a bunch of units, just to make sure that this fight is clean. Need to upgrade our unit limit as well. I should also set this to produce even when our unit cap is full. Taking some metal. Going to try to hit 300 pretty soon if we can. And with between the blueprint sacrifice and the double Wheels of Fortune, we should be able to do that. Now I'm putting this down to get more blueprints out to sacrifice. And I'll sack this wheat as well. Take some gold. Here we'll take metal because we have less of it. And we'll take another gold mine. Basically, keep a constant flow of blueprints to sacrifice and a constant flow of units coming in. And we should be able to hit the level 3 refinement, and then that will get us the extra draft units, which are super strong. Need to increase this as well. For trader, no Assassin's Temples, so that's the first thing you check when you're doing the Assassin strategy. Increased troop health is great. Don't really care about either of those, though I guess the ore isn't bad. Do I want a white unicorn field? Probably not. Then we'd have to start producing crystals as well. But we'll buy the metal here. And I don't care about either of those. Take a troop training. And I will still take the miner's lamp because we might as well. It's kind of free here. Let's go with ranged damage upgrade. Almost always a safe pick. Pretty much any strategy is going to involve ranged units being your main damage dealers. I've got tons of wheat at the moment, so I'm just going to sack that wheat field, and we'll take the flour here, and then I need more metal. And there we go. Almost there. Let's take a gold mine. I'm okay with getting the gold slowly, because gold is mostly for the next gaze upgrade, which obviously I do want, but we're going to wait a little bit until I've at least gotten Refinement 3 to really invest in that. Sacrifice a blueprint here, and we'll take more crystals. And then here, more wine. Make sure we've got that still happening. And we've got our first boss. This should be a fairly challenging boss fight, I think, just because my army's not amazing. It's fine, but it definitely could be stronger. But if we have to replace some assassins and druids, that's totally okay. Take a wheat field, and then I'm just going to sack it immediately and pick up... I wanted metal there, but we'll take flour. Here, I'll take an iron mine. We now have a second one of those. Because our assassins' temples are all buffing our assassins, we've got a really powerful setup here for fighting, even though we're going to lose a couple units. And I guess I'll keep taking flour. I'll probably move the market back in as well, now that I have way more flour than I need. I can replace the gold mine with the market again. And there we go. That's the first boss down. I'm also going to use the iron mine. Still no metal, but that's okay. Here, I could get... Oh, we're taking Royal Rune for sure. Cooldown on this is obviously incredible, mostly for the middle upgrade, just tons of high-level units for free. And then we'll take Freeze. Veteran Barracks, I'm looking for ranged units here. A second Badger upgrade will increase the Druid's health by a lot more, or I could take a firing range, start getting Musketeer upgrades. I think I'll take a second Badger camp, though. Here, let's take a wheat field, though we'll almost certainly sacrifice that. And I want every grunt upgrade I can get, because we are doing assassin builds. So for this setup, we have a couple choices. I want to get the double basic production buildings for sure, and I probably want the resources. But let's go with an artifact first and the denarii last. I think I'm going to take the building upgrade over the resources, actually, and then we'll do a building upgrade here, double basic production here, and then for the last one, I don't really need these advanced production buildings at all, so we'll just take 3 denarii. The fighting 2 pigs and a shaman is not worth 2 spells, so we're just going to take a slightly later wave here. Arena is great for this character, of course, if you can get it working, because extra resources just mean faster production for everything. Hospital's also pretty nice for us, but I think I'm just going to take the arena. 70 wood and an arena is pretty good. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the Hungering Maw. Not bad. Certainly the easier of the tier 2 bosses on this map. And then I'm waiting to get crystals and gold for the monument here, but let's also... I need to clear out some tiles. So I have any tiles I've started clearing. I guess I've got this one. Trying to clear out a couple tiles to put down the Bear Druid camp. Oh, and this can sell flour while we're here. And anything I want to sacrifice, I think I actually want to hang on to all of these for now. I don't like sacrificing the wells in general because if you want them, you can't replace them. Oop, put that on the wrong tile. There we go. So we're trying to get more metal in order to upgrade here. I'll take, I guess, 45 gold, and then here we'll take more flour. I'm going to move the market back as soon as this gold mine runs out, and then here we're going to take an iron mine and sacrifice it immediately, and we'll take another gold mine and more flour, or do I want wine? I guess I'll just take the wine here. I really need to place the crystal mine as well, if possible. And then here, I'll just take 45 crystals, because I actually don't need to place the crystal mine if we hit 200 crystals. We should be able to win this fight without using our legendary spell. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this, and I'll just take, I guess, more flour. 70 crystals gets us the monument, so now I can upgrade these, and then I'm going to put down the production tile, and then this is just going to be the arena, so I'm not going to bother putting down a production tile for that, since it's just either on or off. Take an iron mine and a crystal mine and draft a unit here, and we'll take an artifact. Unit limit by 2, not bad, or 250 wine. We'll take the unit limit. And the building upgrade here, I'm going to go with gold from the arena, since we're going to be using that all the time anyways. Let's put the crystal mine down. Make sure I can keep using the Mushroom King ability. And then I'm going to sacrifice an iron mine and pick up some metal, and we're getting there. I did spend 100 metal, unfortunately, but that's okay. Here, we'll take 45, and we'll take some more wood. I currently have no gold income is the main thing that... no gold and no wheat income is the main thing that I'm concerned about, but we should be able to fix that pretty soon. Take some more flour here just to sell. The improved cooldowns on our abilities matter a lot. Let's see, is there a... Yeah, I can do that and still have the monument working, although I guess it doesn't really matter if I've got it arranged like that. Okay, if I do this, then we've got the monument working on these two, while I'm also rebuilding our assassin. And then here, let's take some more wheat. I actually really don't need more flour. Building upgrade here, I will take the... sawmill upgrade, I guess, and we'll take a wheat field and a big well, sacrifice the big well, and we're gonna just take 70 gold. And let's get back on the correct tiles here, and then I'm gonna move my market over here, and we'll activate the Mushroom King and do a draft and pick up a well, sacrifice the well. There's a lot of micro in this character, but it's worth it because he's super strong once you get going. Very close to our metal upgrade here now. Oh, I should put our last unit out as well. Still no luck on finding more metal, which is kind of funny. Usually you'll have found that by now. Trying to boost gold as well, because we can start getting a gaze upgrade pretty soon. There we go. 45 metal, and we can finally upgrade this, and then we'll stack a gold mine. We'll just keep getting more flour to sell, and we'll take more metal. Metal is going to probably be what we're building our units out of, so I'm just going to sit on selling flour pretty much forever. At this point, I'm not going to bother using Blueprint Sacrifice like every cooldown. It's still going to be good, but it just gets super time-consuming, and we don't need to. So, in the interest of making sure that we're not having to interrupt ourselves every 30 seconds, I'll sometimes leave this off cooldown. And we've got a trader, and still no Assassin's Temple, though we would have been fairly happy with that. Extra morale from the arena is pretty good. Extra production from the wheat field is good. Let's go with this for sure. And then I think I will just take both of these upgrades. I wouldn't mind... I could have taken another Badger camp, actually. I for some reason blanked on seeing that was a Badger camp. That probably would have been correct, because when you're stacking those, it's going to keep increasing their health. I got a clay mine to sacrifice and pick up more metal. Gonna let a couple of these stack up as well before I start clicking through them again, so we're not just interrupting everything all the time. And then here, we can get this going. Do I want that? I do need more gold, so I'm going to leave this well there for now, and then we'll upgrade it eventually. Keep taking more resources, and we'll pick up more wine, and another gold mine, and more crystals. Kill these units here. The hospital that we passed on would have been good as well. But you can see as we continue to stack our production bonuses, I definitely want the elite barracks. That's going to help us kill stuff. As we continue to stack our production bonuses, because we can constantly increase our morale, we can constantly generate more and more blueprints as well. And these Wheels of Fortune give us huge stacks of resources, so it ends up very, very strong. I'm going to take the 2 barracks upgrades because our army's a little bit weak, and then we'll pick this stuff up. We'll take that as well. Might as well grab that. Take a building upgrade here because we'll see what buildings I get and what I actually want to upgrade. And then let's go with a tougher setup here, and then maybe we get an AoE damage unit. Here, I'm just going to take a building upgrade. And then I have to click a bunch of buttons. And we'll take a wheat field for extra gold. At this point, I'm actually going to remove one of the Wheels of Fortune and one of the research tables. Not because that's correct, because it's not, but just because the amount of clicking we're having to do is starting to become a little bit annoying. So, in the interest of saving some time, we're just going to go down to only one thing that requires me to click. And let's see, what else? Oh, whoops. I let that swamp spawn, that's funny. Keep the wine flowing, of course. We're actually losing a lot of units on this wave. This was a fairly tough wave because of the goblin fire guys. But an elite barracks should help. An Academy of Lightning, that's exactly the kind of thing that we want. They cost wheat to make, which we've got. They cost metal to build the building, so that's perfect. And we'll take another Badger Druid. And then let me make sure I'm getting some tiles clear so that I can actually build those buildings. Also gonna put an iron mine down here because we have the thing where it grows swamp all the time. Oh, what do I need for that? Wood, okay. So we'll have to get our research table to give me wood. Oh, actually I don't because we broke a wood tile there. That's fine. Let's do this and we'll put the well down while I try to clear a couple more tiles. Here I'm gonna have to spend the big freeze. So when these units get a little closer, we'll freeze them all. Because I took a pretty greedy wave here. Let that all play out, and then we've got some infrastructure. I'm definitely taking a hospital, because I really do want to keep my units healthy. I'm just gonna I've never picked up the execution ground before, apparently. So we got an encyclopedia entry there. That's really funny. I need the research table to give me a tree soon. I could always put back the second research table as well. And probably should. Because we're just very low on wood right now. I do have the wheat to build another lightning mage, though, so I definitely want to get that going. The lightning mages are great because obviously they do AoE damage, so they're going to help keep our units alive by clearing out these large groups of enemies much, much more efficiently. Also, we get griffins from our extra draft now, which are really high tier units, so we want those. If I get a griffin barracks, then we can upgrade them as well, which is really nice. Let's go with extra lightning jumps there, and the second chance is amazing because we have the mushrooms, so they're going to constantly get resummoned. There's our tree that we were looking for. We're out of flour now, so I'll start selling metal to try to hit the last gaze upgrade. We'll put down a tree. And sure, keep grabbing stuff. Oh, let's also sack this execution ground so the upgrades don't show up again and clog the pool. Resummon our units as well. Make sure that our army is always as strong as possible. Here, I can go with Giants Bedding. Unfortunately, our castle is pretty low. I could take the White Unicorn Field. I don't really need that. Let's go with Lightning Mage Capacity. That's quite good. And we'll take the Ugly Apple as well. And I think I will take the White Unicorn Field, not because it's barracks that I particularly want or like, but because it's one that we can get and it's high tier units. Which it's pretty important for us to have right now. I really need to increase my unit limit as well. Definitely want to boost that. And of course, we want more lightning mages on the field, so we're going to do that. Go back to here and get some more iron going. Let's drop the White Unicorn Field. I need more crystals for that, but that's okay. And I also need more wood for the hospital and for the Badger Druid camp. And here's the boss fight. This army should be more than sufficient to fight the boss. We're going to take more casualties than you normally would at this point, but we should be able to win the fight, no problem. And I go here where we can replace our units as they start dying. Resummon everything. I also want to replace these assassins, so I for sure need to go over the assassin temples for now. Even with only 3 temples, you can see they've got almost 800 health and do 100 damage a shot, because the upgrades for assassins are so good. So you can see this is a slow fight. We're taking some casualties and everything, but we'll get there in the end. Just costing me a lot of wine, mostly. Make sure to keep selecting these trees. And then I've got to replace these assassins. And yeah, because I have no wood, so I'm not replacing the Badger Druids is the problem. But we did get there slightly closer than I thought it would be, to be honest. But we got there in the end. And let's get back on the resource production. Legendary Artifact will definitely take increased unit limit here. We'll take a Tornado. An Elite Barracks. I don't have any meat production. I could take a Ram Pastor and try to get Black Sheep for that, but I'm just going to take the Catapults because we can get more metal for sure. Let's take an Animal Farm in case I do want to do meat production later, and we'll do Warriors. And roll through to here. So we can do building upgrades for any of those things that we've got, and I think we will. And I'm not going to take harder fights because we actually have kind of a weak army right now, so I just want to make sure that I'm not putting myself in any danger. I'm going to take the 250 wheat because that's what we're using to replace our troops. And then as we get more wood, I'll start replacing my units here. And let's move the research table back. I also can probably stop selling... Oh, I can upgrade my gaze to the max level here, which is amazing. You almost never get to do that. And at that point, we don't really need gold that much anymore, though I will sell out until I can at least put down a gold mine. Shouldn't have moved that and then moved it back, of course, but these things do happen sometimes, where you change your mind in the middle. No point getting too worked up over it. Let's put down a hospital to keep my troops healthy. Grab a gold mine here, and then we'll plonk down the gold mine in place of that. I guess I still just need more wood. And let's sacrifice this grape thing. We'll take an iron mine. No, I need a crystal mine. And we'll grab some more gold just for safety. More wood, because that's what we need here for sure. Building upgrade. I'm going to take the catapult upgrade. And what do we need for catapults? Metal and wood. So we should be able to get that without too much difficulty. Replace some units here as well. Keep our lightning mages coming as much as we can. And let's get some more iron. And go back to our normal production. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move the Wheel of Fortune to the low production tile. Because I do want more metal, and that's our way of getting it. But just to minimize clicks a little bit, we're going to do it that way. Building upgrade here, we're going to go with the Academy of Lightning upgrade, which is perfect for us. And let's go with a gold mine again. Keep on drafting more griffins, and we'll take more wine. And another gold mine. I've got enough crystals I can actually build these unicorns, right? They cost 70 each, so I need 210 to get 3 unicorns. So I'll save up to that point. You can see we just chew through buildings, and we have the temporary toads artifact as well, so we're just going to keep, because our morale's so high, our production values are insane. And so we're just going to consistently generate hundreds of toads. We've got almost... No, we need way more metal for our catapult factory. Okay. Well, we'll get there in the end. I think I'm probably not going to end up doing anything with meat, but we'll see how that goes. Here, I want to make sure I'm getting the unicorns. And we'll take another gold mine, keep summoning units. We can sacrifice this crystal mine and see if we get more metal as well. I'm also just kind of clicking buttons a little bit at random at this point just to speed things along. What we do need is better barracks, because right now our army is not amazing. But once I get the catapults down, we'll be very happy. So I'm always going to take this 200 metal for sure. I think I will take the firing range, and we'll take the catapult factory. A black unicorn field could synergize with my unicorn field. I could also just take... Oh, I maybe should have thought of doing Prospector's map and the black unicorn field. But I think we're just going to take the blood and wine amphora, then I don't have to pay attention to picking up wine. And let's put down our firing range. Summon some musketeers. Go back up here and drop an iron mine, I guess. And we'll take, sure, more flour. big well I can delete and try to get more metal. Let's see, we've got water and wheat income is what I need to support the animal farm. So I could try getting a bunch of meat in case we get a barracks that cares about that. Which I might go for. So let's drop the animal farm and we'll collect a couple hundred meat anyways. Here, I'm gonna... Sure, we'll take deforestation, and then I need the barracks upgrades for sure. So I'm gonna take both of these, and we'll take the artifact. I'll take a troop upgrade, and I guess a couple basic productions. The denarii I also do want, so let's spread those out across 2 different fights. And then here, we could get some healer mages. That's pretty good. Just try to keep our troops alive a little bit more. Go back over here. Definitely need to get this tree on the field if I can, because we need more wood. One artifact that we didn't get that's amazing for this character is the one that doubles the totals that you get from basic production buildings. Gonna need to get some more water to support our meat income at some point as well. We'll let this fight play out, I think. I could use the tornado, but I'd like to save it for the final boss here. Come on, game, give me some metal. Losing a couple units, but that's fine. We'll just replace them. These Badger Druids have not impressed me, honestly. I haven't played with them that much, and I was expecting them with the health upgrade to be a little better, but they're generally just not. They've just not been good. I'm going to take the Lion Circus here so we can potentially upgrade our Griffins, and then let's go with a Longbowman's Camp for extra ranged troops. Really powerful to have those, of course. And delete this well, and I'll put down both of those buildings. We'll put the Longbowman here while we're rebuilding as well, and then we'll put down another Badger camp. Need to remember where my units go, which is always the challenge. Or where my buildings go. We don't have enough meat to keep summoning lions, but we should be able to soon. Actually, this fight I might need to use the tornado on. We haven't really refreshed my units yet. I think we'll be okay, though. Oh, yeah, we're fine. More than fine, even. Sure, we'll take grunts. Extra HP on our toads as well. That's pretty fun. So we're not getting the wood for the catapult factories, in part because I'm doing the Badger Druids, and they're really eating into our wood supply. So I'm trying to keep as many trees on the field as possible. I guess I can also use a deforestation after this fight. Don't think we need that crystal mine anymore. No, I'll just replace it immediately. And sure. All right, we finally got the wood to build catapults, which is great. Those will increase the power level of our army significantly. And put down a big well, because actually I'm not even close to running out of water, but that's okay. And let's get the catapults online and more lion circuses. Definitely don't need all these gold mines. Click through some buttons here. And we'll take more metal for... Metal and wood are kind of the only things we care about at the moment. Because our other resources are really high. I guess I need wheat as well, so I'll take a wheat field if we see one. And yep, there we go. Small wheat field and more crystals to replace our unicorns with. These things have so much health. They're taking forever to kill. All right, I'll take the metal here and extra musketeer capacity. I probably will just take those upgrades. I could buy stables for horsemen. I could take a ballista factory, but we won't have the metal for that. I guess I'll take a troop upgrade, and stables are not amazing for us, but we can't really get anything else, so we'll take the stables here. And I guess I'll just spend the rest of my money as well. I'm gonna delete this and... Oh, I can't afford the stables? I don't have enough wood? That's really funny. Finish replacing all these units as well. I also want to hide a couple units in the barracks, so I think I'm going to hide my Badger Druids early. The Griffins can stay out, Longbowmen can stay out, Lightning Mages we're going to hide, and then Musketeers can come out for the initial fight. Basically, I want my units to be staggered so that they don't all die to the boss's AoE. Put that down. And we'll summon another Griffin in a second here. And we'll just see how long it takes us to kill the boss. So we'll get the first AoE spell coming in. Boss is also going to summon a bunch of units in a second. And I'm going to use the tornado here. And let's move the unicorns so we can start replacing them. Move the Assassin's Temple so I can replace those as well. I tend to like to just move my buildings into our production tile rather than trying to line up everything perfectly. And let's get this going. Send out a bunch of units here while we're busy replacing everything. And then when we get past the last setup, we'll do quick replenishment again. I should have waited for those tornadoes to time out before I brought my units out, of course, but that's okay. Get these going, and anything else that I want to swap, sure, we'll do that for a swap. And there we go. That is a victory with King Leo. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Basically, the goal with that character is just get an overwhelming advantage by getting so much morale that your production levels are ridiculous and you generate infinite resources. I even gave up a lot of free resources near the end of the run just because I didn't want to click as much. But you can see the strategy is sound, and as long as you navigate the early game reasonably well, this character's late game is absurd, and you should be guaranteed victory. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed that look at King Leo the Wise. And if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more The King is Watching and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.